Tony, your team's three-point defense has been outstanding this season. Were the closeouts poor tonight, or was Duke just making shots you were comfortable with them taking?
I thought we were a little slow to our closeouts. You know, we really tried to keep them out of the lane and jam the lane, and we probably overcorrected in terms of that. I mean, you got to read when is that guy okay on the ball and then leave and be there on the catch. And I thought there was too many of those where we were staying a little long, but we did jam the lane, so we got that going for us, huh?
Tony, another game in double-digit turnovers. What's the fix there? We asked that last time.
Yeah, right. There you go. I told our guys after, for us to beat a team like Duke the way they're playing, we're going to have to play a cleaner game in a few areas. You know, they're quicker to the ball, terrific athletes, strong-handed. They snatched some out of our hands, some loose turnovers that led to the breakaways, and then a couple careless ones here and there, and then some, blockouts. The film will reveal, I'm sure, the things, but you can't beat a team like Duke, especially when they're shooting at that clip, whether we were too long in the gaps or not, without playing a really sounder, cleaner game. But that's been, when you look at it, Trey Jones makes them a different team. I knew that. Again, some uncharacteristic ones, but he brings a level of toughness and ball handling, sureness, touching the paint, and then defensively he'll get after you. And we had some chances to be in there, but not enough. Hat goes off to a well-played, or a team that played very well today in Duke.
Tony, can you take us through the progression with Ty? Did you know you would have him all week and you were resting him, or was he game time? And what did you think about how he played?
He obviously couldn't have played in the Miami game, and then we had 2 days off, and he did that first practice back. He did maybe 2/3, 3/4 of the workout, and moved and well, and then responded well the next day, and then we practiced probably 75–80% the next day, and then he did maybe 90% the day or whatever before. So no, I knew he was going to play as long as he didn't have a setback, and so we were expecting that, and glad that he's able to be healthy. Hopefully he'll be all right, and hopefully Mamadi will be all right. He took a pretty good blow. It was a dribble handoff with his own guy. He and Dre cracked each other.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about concussion.
He's just a little fuzzy. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, he wasn't. We decided not to put him back in. I don't know how serious. I'm sure some sort of that, but we'll see what that means. So I didn't talk to Ethan about it to get more details after.
The last game you played against them, they were 2 for 14 on the three-pointers. Is it just they shot better today, or what was the big difference with Jones?
Yeah, they shot a lot better. Jones puts pressure on you, and we were, probably, we plugged the gaps. We probably were in there a little long, and they hit deep shots. I mean, what R.J. Barrett did. Some special players and what they can do, and it's not just, okay, if you're really tight on them, they certainly can beat you off the dribble and get on the glass, but they weren't missing many, and you got everybody. Jones, if you look at their numbers, you sometimes play percentages, but we needed to get there quicker. We were a little better in the second half, but not good enough.
What can you say about the second chance points right back here? What can you say about the second chance points being allowed tonight? It seemed like a lot of those times after y'all would stop them, they would end up getting those baskets off the rebounds.
And there's certain things you have to take care of the ball and limit them to one and dones on the glass, and we couldn't do that. That's when I say those are the things that before you win, you got to eliminate losing or be cleaner in those areas, and it's the transition defense, and it's limiting them to second chance points, and it's taking care of the ball. To beat a team the caliber of Duke, those things have to be at a high level, and I don't think they were high enough tonight to do that. And maybe if we'd done those, I don't know, maybe we still couldn't have won, but we allowed too many points that way, and we also missed some ones in front of the rim that you got to capitalize on, and we didn't.
Tony, you guys are not accustomed to giving up that kind of shooting percentage.
Yep.
When it starts like it started today, does that kind of knock them off, you guys off your game a little bit just because it's so unusual?
Sure. Well, early it did, and then we scrapped back and had it to I don't know what the halftime, we were down 4 at halftime. So we fought hard to get it back. But, yeah, no, guys are like, boy, they're knocking down these shots. And I think some of them we gave too many, we're a little lazy with our hands. You still got to bother shots. Our hands were low, and it's not how we do things. But certainly that's a little bit deflating when they're banging threes and you're trying to keep them out of the lane. And that's credit to them.
Tony, it's third week of February. You've only lost to one team all year. What's the big picture view of where you see your team right now and where you can improve?
Yeah, keep trying to tighten up. Just try to be as sound as you can. The formula doesn't change. You little adjustments here and there, and you don't have much time. I mean, we're going to play Carolina, and so get yourself ready, grow from this the little bit we can, and come out and hopefully be more ready, and that'll be a great challenge too. So.
Yeah, Tony, you just alluded to it a second ago. You have Carolina Monday night. How much time do you devote to film on this game and then starting to prepare for North Carolina?
I'll watch it, and I'm sure there'll be some teachable things, and then on to Carolina. You'll blend both in that regard, unless I decide just to. I think there's some stuff that we'll need to see that'll be important in the Carolina game that have to be fixed, the way they offensive rebound and the way they can pressure and all of those things.
Coach, I just want to get your thoughts on that athletic play that we saw Zion make in the corner. I mean, you see a lot of stuff, and we've seen that kid make a lot of plays.
Yep.
What was the word you would use to describe that play in terms of coming across
one?
the lane, making the block on the three in the corner?
Yeah, I think Dre fumbled it a little bit, or he was slow getting it off. But, yeah, he can close and do some things that, athletically that, there's only a couple people. I think there's probably two people in the gym that could make those plays, and they were both there. There's two people in the world maybe that can make those plays, and they were both in our gym tonight. No, he covered, he got it. Again, I think we were a little slow. It's funny, in the game at Duke, was it Dre again? Someone went in and he blocked it right back to Kyle in a crucial time. But yes, he can close and get up, and special talent. That's a gift, and he's utilizing it.